Hello guys, we meet again in activity 6, grouping or making groups. This is part of the book Keep Talking in the area of breaking the ice sessions. Now we are coming into this part in which it is about how we coordinate, how we manage, or how we administer an activity, right? When we do the activity, sometimes we need students to work in pairs, yeah, two people for each pair, for each groups, or we need them to work in groups, minimum 3, okay, group of 3, groups of 4, groups of 5, group of 6. And when we group students, it would be more interesting, okay, for them to what we call have such activities. So before they do the work in pairs in a group, they would have to do some activities first, right? Rather than just work in pairs, work in group of 3 and 4, in which usually when they are working in pairs or in group, they just try to find anybody who they feel comfortable when they work together with them, right? Sometimes you need to make them work with different students, different friends, so they will get familiar with, or they will get used to having different friends, different people to work with. Okay, so this is in fact the strategies for grouping students, right? How can we make them work in group? And then principle is still info gap principles, which is matching things. There are 3 ways to do that. First is picture matching for pair works. Picture matching, it's just we have got to be ready, we have got to provide the tools for that. We need to have some pictures, right? A pair of pictures. One with the picture of car, and then there is another card written a car like this one, yeah. And then you've got the ship and also a card written ship. Okay, so you can see a collection of picture of that. Okay, and then what we can do is that we distribute these each one to students. When we have 20 students, we need 10 pairs. When we have got 16 students, we need 6 pairs, because it's just the number of students is divided by 2. Okay, so do we have to have this kind of thing with us? Yes, these are tools for you to work to make your class more interesting. You can always have it back. Okay, you can always ask students to give it back to you, and you can use it again for different class. That's for number 1. Yeah, so after they have, each one has got one piece, and the other has one piece, and then they have got to go around to find their pairs. Alright, so that's nice way. Anyway, you need just only 2 or 3 minutes to do that, but then afterward they will find a different pair, not only the one that they always like to work in pairs before. That's number 1. Number 2, names matching for pair works. And this is the names matching for pair work 2. This is you have got to find Isaac and Newton, Pangeran Diponegoro, and then Bill Gates. They've got to find Mahatma Gandhi, and they've got to find Albert Einstein. So when they can find the correct pair, then they become a pair, right? So here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. So this is for 10 students. You have got 14 students, you need 7 pairs. If you have got 20 students, you need 10 pair. Who's Albert? And then what's the last name? Einstein. Albert Einstein, famous. Everyone knows that. And of course, Bill Gates, and so on. So depending how many students you have again. If you have got 20, you need 10 pairs. When you give the card to each of student, you just do it randomly, and you don't have to match the names in front of students, all of them. You just give a kind of example. For instance, just give an example of, say, Pangeran. After Pangeran, who? Diponegoro. Okay, so you have got to find Diponegoro when you have got the word Pangeran, the card Pangeran. Just give the example, only one or two, and then you give it. You give the card to each of them, and then they go around again, find their own pairs, right? So that's the one very effectively conducted, and you can see, what you got the pictures of that in the video. And the last one, which is grouping. How can we group people, students, nicely, right? And then it's something that they would do it happily, because they have got to go around again. And of course, you cannot do that kind of three things together at the same time. This is the strategies, which one you can do once at a time, then you can do it. Now it's grouping, making a group. Yeah. One of the nice way for us to do, of course, you have got to have the tools again, which is something useful whenever you would like to make the class lively, and it's nicely conducted, of course. And then you as facilitator make the class feel this is not only a class, this is also a fun thing to happen. Right, you can do is like object matching for group works. Yeah, say to be easy, if you have got, say, 20 students, then you need how many groups? If say you have got 4 groups, of course, you just divide that 20 by 5, and you have got 4 groups. Okay. Sometimes you have got, say, 18 groups, 18 students. Yeah, 18 students. While you would like to have, say, 4 groups. 18 by 4, of course, it won't be, everyone would be 5, but then 2 groups will have 5 students and 2 groups will have 4, no problem, as long as you have them work in groups. Yeah. So an example of that, you can see in the video, yeah, next to it. Now you can see there are 4 columns, which means these are 4 groups, right? This is for grouping, especially for making students into groups. This is for 4 groups, the example. If you can see, the left column is the name of an animal, right? Like a beast, a bear, a lion, a leopard, a puma, and tiger. And the next one from left to right are the names of flower: tulip, rose, daffodil, jasmine, and orchid. And then the next one would be name of transport: a car, a plane, a bike, a train, and a ship. And the last group, or the 4th group, the name of color: green, purple, yellow, blue, and red. So in this case, you would have how many? 20 students in this case. So each group will have 5 members, and each student will take 1, or will be given 1 card, and then they have got to go around to be in 4 groups. Okay. Examples of cards that you can use as your tools, yeah, to group students into pairs or into groups. And then, okay, that's about it. You know, that's about how to make our students work in pairs and groups. But when they have got to choose their pairs or their friends in the group, they don't just look at people and then go there, but then they have got to have some process. The process like that, it's interesting because then they will have fun when they learn. Not only just work in pairs and choose somebody, or work in group and they choose somebody they know, but they will find more chances to meet other students in the classroom. Even they can work with the one that they don't really like being with them, but then they just have got to do the process. The process is interesting. Yeah, it's not only the result. Sometimes when we try to do something to give them the capability to do something, to speak and to do activity, but also the process is important. That's for activity 6, grouping. Thank you very much. Then bye bye.